Okay, folks, this will be an interesting one. Colours in that. Let's see if we can make this colour look nice. It's going to be a challenging one, colour-wise, I do think. Actually, we're not touching that yet. Okay, let's see what we have here. Hello. Okay, it's a gossip magazine, a piece of shit. Boring shit. But anyway, it's a Hello magazine. A lot of people love reading goss on all sorts of celebrities these days. Really boring as far as I'm concerned, except for making demos. Yeah, that's really cold. It looks really icy, very frozen looking. I don't know whether we did the right thing or... yeah, because even the faces look like they've gone icy, frozen cold. Gonna do another one maybe. Maybe we'll take out some of that blue. It's just too much. It's just too heavy. Or maybe just keep it in the middle and maybe maybe add a little bit of red. Normally I like to add more red. Just going to add a little bit this time. Doing it differently, folks. It's nice to do things a little bit differently from time to time when it comes to making demos. We don't want to get stuck in the same old boring rut. That's when things become a little bit on the cookie cutter side, and I'm really against cookie cutter related stuff like paint by numbers, for example, is an example of cookie cutter art. And my father is a cookie cutter person because he likes everything to be pre-made and pre-programmed, make it easy, make it simple for the average Joe Blogs. You know, don't make it too hard and too talented related. And he just cares about doing things on the normal way. He hates what I do at the photocopier. He thinks my photocopier art really sucks. He really doesn't have any understanding or appreciation for it. So I really hate my dad, and I hate the way he likes everything to be normal, and he just likes to do activities that are purely just for social gain rather than talented, striving for excellence type stuff. He just wants everything to be normalised. He thinks this is too odd or eccentric. He doesn't like anything that's odd and eccentric. So he puts down my art, and he doesn't realise that this is talent. And he doesn't care. I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news, and that's partly to prove him wrong, because he's an asshole. He's a dickhead. He's a peer group pressure type of guy. You know, he wants everything to be normal, and yeah, and he tries to apply peer group pressure to stop me from doing this. You know, he belongs to he can't sing, but he belongs to a singing group called Sing Australia, where you don't have to apparently have a prodigious ability to sing. You just want to sing. It's just something you just want to do, and it really just seems pointless because, you know, it's like what's the point? It's like you're not talented at something. Why pursue it? You've got to be both talented and passionate in the same tense, in the same purpose. You can't just have one or the other. You can't just be passionate about something, like it, love it, and then not be good at it, but you can't be good at something and absolutely hate it either. So you got to have both. And Dad doesn't seem to realise that he's making a fucking fool of himself when he's singing. He can't sing, I know, I've heard him. I've heard him practice. It just sounds so underwhelming. It's just so fucking stupid. Just because he thinks it's normal, that it's okay. Fuck him. He's just a dickhead, a bully and a teaser. He doesn't care about anything but his bullshit. So I don't respect my father, and I don't have any kind of allegiance to his bullshit. So I say, fuck you, father. Fuck you, Graham Victor Huddy. You're an asshole. Apologise on the 6 o'clock news, or else I'll fucking disown you forever. For the rest of your life, you can take it to your grave. I don't care. And that's just it. He's just a dick. He's got to be treated like a dick to be shown that his behaviour is not accepted. So, you got to fucking take these bullies and you got to grind them, folks. You got to learn how to grind. Grind them up and put them in the ground, where they belong. Because they're not going to fucking respect you otherwise. And they're just going to fuck you up. And they do. They're fuckheads. People like my father are a bunch of fuckheads. Just wondering whether we're going to maybe put it on orange. So yeah, and Dad wanted me to join Sing Australia, incidentally, and I'm just not interested. I'm neither good at singing myself. When I sing, I yawn. I actually start to yawn. It just happens involuntarily. I just feel this need to yawn when I sing. So singing's not my forte either. It's not my thing either. So just wondering if we can make this look even better. Just wondering what background colour would complement this. We don't want to lose the hello colour. Looks a bit orangey anyway. But basically my dad just doesn't seem to get it. He just thinks that he wants everything to be regular and just average. I don't know whether he's envious of what I do or whether he's just a fucking too-right fucking Aussie asshole. He's a fucktard, he's a retarded monkey. Sorry about that. I do call him names like that, and I think I forgot to put the red high enough on this. So I'm wondering if I'm going to go back to... I'm going to leave it on teal, see what happens. But yeah, Dad's just a nasty person. He just cares about himself and his reputation. I'm not going to I don't like him. He's always hated my art. And he's always been a bully and a tease. And he just likes to hurl abuse at me and expect me to take it. I'm not going to take it anymore, Dad. I'm not going to take your fucking shit. You're going to be apologising to me on the 6 o'clock news, or I'll never forgive you for what you've done throughout the years, especially when I was a teenager. And you tried to discourage me from doing my creativity, and it really broke my heart. It really ruined my life. Just because I wasn't a scholastic achiever. I know this is not scholastic, but who cares about scholastic? I never could utilise my learning at school because I'm disabled, you fucking idiot. You fucktard. You're an idiot, Dad. And I remember the day when I was at the library back in 1988. I think it was around March or April. And I remember going to the library, and then Dad, when we got home from the library, Dad told me, like a policeman, he said, hand over the photocopies, as if it was like a gun or a fucking drugs. Hand over the photocopies, and then I handed them over and he tore them. Fuck the dick. But the good thing was they were not precious ones. Fortunately, they were not colour copies or anything that I'd really put a lot of effort into. And I just cried and I cried and I cried, and I was begging my father to not ban me, and he didn't care. He didn't have a fucking care, and he never cries. I've never seen my fucktard father cry. I hope he does die. I hope he dies a miserable death. If he doesn't fucking ask me for my forgiveness, and I will forgive him. I'm willing to forgive him if he fucking comes to me and grovels on the 6 o'clock news. I'll forgive him. But before then, fuck you, dickhead. Fuck you. Read my lips. You must apologise, or I'll fucking on the 6 o'clock news, or I'll never forgive you, Dad. And you can take it to your fucking grave, and I don't care. Fuck you. Anyway, that looks really nice. I think we can now call this demo quits.